What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing the Rep Fitness FB4000 Complite bench. I'm going to go over the specs and details of this bench, whether I recommend it for you at home or a commercial setting, and we're going to get into that review right now. So the reason they call it a Complite bench is because it's actually made of a thinner steel instead of the 11 gauge steel. They use a 14 gauge steel, which is thinner. Not to say the bench is weak at all. It supports a 700 pound weight limit, so you're going to be able to bench. You know, if you weigh 200, you'll be able to bench 500 on this bench and still be within the weight limit. You'll probably be able to do a little bit more, but I don't think many people are going to be benching over 500 pounds using this kind of bench. So the bench features a handle down here with wheels, very easy to move around. That's why they call it Complite. Very easy to maneuver. You can stand it up. To stand it out of the way, you can see it has 3 supports running along the back side of the bench, rubber foot pads, and overall pretty high quality. They have a really nice powder coat finish to it, and I'll do a close-up of that. And the final pad they use for the bench itself is also very nice and very high quality. I'll do a close-up of that as well. Okay, so my pad obviously has some chalk on it, but if you really look closely, you can see it's like a textured final pad, which is very grippy. When you sit on this bench and lay down on this bench, you are not going to be sliding around anywhere. Look at the powder coating. It's a very nice job. You can feel it's a little bit rough texture like you'd expect with a powder coat. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of benching on this just to show you guys how it works, you know, how stable it is. One of the concerns with this bench is obviously it's a 3-post bench. It's got 2 in the back, and then it has just a single leg in the front, obviously to reduce weight. Does that affect stability? Yes, it does. I wouldn't use this bench for anything other than benching itself. If you're doing box jumps or if you're using it for step-ups, it can rock laterally pretty easily. So, you know, you could risk getting hurt on this kind of bench doing anything other than, you know, what it's made for, which is bench press. So I wouldn't recommend this if you're looking for to use a bench for something more than what it's used for. You can get a box just as easily and do those kinds of exercises on that, and you can make them at Home Depot, like 40-50 bucks for the plywood. It's not that expensive. Or you could opt out for a more expensive bench that has more stability, like a Rogue Monster bench or something along those lines. Overall though, at the $115 price point, I don't think there's a better bench for your money that you can get in a garage gym setting that you're gonna use, that's lightweight, easy to move, that you can stand up and put out of the way, and has a nice, has as nice finishes as this bench does. I mean, it really has nice powder coating and really has a nice vinyl pad on top that really grips when you're bench pressing. So, you know, you'd be able to max out this bench. If you can bench 500, you can bench 500 on this bench, no problem at all. So I really do recommend it. Titan Fitness also makes a bench in the same price range, you know, the $120 price range around there, which is also a very solid bench with a higher rating. But overall, I think I'd give it to Rep just because of their higher quality.